So, multiplying fractions is as simple as it actually looks there. We will first multiply the numerators. So 2/3 multiplied by 3/4. First thing you do is multiply the numerators. 2 times 3, 6. Easy. Then multiply the denominators. 3 times 4 is 12. So you've got 6 12s. Now remember, we don't usually stop there when we're looking at fractions. We always aim to put them into their simplest forms or cancelling down. Oh, let me just go back. So 6 12ths is the same as 1/2. So here we've got some more examples. 2/5 times 3/4. Now, 2 times 3, and you get your new numerator. 4 times 5, and you get your new denominator. 2 times 3 is 6. 5 times 4 is 20. 6 20ths. Well, I know that half of 6 is 3. Half of 20 is 10. And that is the fraction in its simplest form. So what about over here? 1/6 times 2/5. 1 times 2. You've got that worked out in your head? 6 times 5. Think about that one and see if you can imagine now what's going to come up. There we go. 1 times 2 is 2. 6 times 5 is 30. Well, half of 2 is 1. Half of 30 is 15. And there are no other common denominators. So that is the fraction in its simplest form. And when you get to do your activity today, I'm going to share this PowerPoint with you so you can look at all these examples to guide you with your own work. So moving on, multiplying mixed numbers. Well, multiplying mixed numbers is very the same as what we've just been looking at, except here you need to change the mixed number into an improper fraction. So 2 and 2/5 times 1/2. Well, 2 and 2/5, this is what you were doing this week. So 2 and 2/5 is an improper fraction. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 2 is 12. So that's 12/5 times 1/2. Then you can go through the same process. Multiply as before. 12 times 1 is 12. 5 times 2 is 10. Well, what can you tell me about your answer there? You're right, it's an improper fraction. So you cancel down improper fractions. Oh, let me go back. So 12/10, cancel it down, would be 6/5, still an improper fraction. Cancel and then turn that into a mixed number. 5 goes into 6 once with 1/5 left over. And it's as simple as that. So let me walk you through this one. 12 times 5, 6. Well, the first thing you need to do is whole numbers have a denominator of 1, always. So there are 12 pieces of 1 there. There are 5 pieces of a whole 6 there. So just remember, all whole numbers have a denominator of 1. And then you've got your new fraction. Multiply the numerators and the denominators as you did before. 12 times 5, 60. 1 times 6 is 6. Now you can see 6 goes into 60 exactly 10 times. So 12 times 5/6 equals 10. So it's often easier to cancel down before you start multiplying, because that means you're going to be multiplying with more manageable numbers. For example, let's have a look here. So we've got 5/8 multiplied by 16/25. Well, we've not been practicing our 16 times tables, and I know you've been practicing your 25 times tables in Dranil, but most of us haven't. So that would be a tricky one to do. So that's how it looks like before we cancel it down. So take a look how we would cancel it down. And when you're multiplying, it doesn't matter if you cancel down diagonally